This is either going to excite you or horrify you. Social media is shifting. Is your congregation trying to connect with people via social media? Chances are yes. Well, the whole playbook for how social media sites are functioning, how they're showing people content is changing. They're shifting their algorithms from showing people content based on what individuals said they like, are interested in, follow, like, subscribe, that sort of thing, to what are they actually watching? Are you watching videos about whatever your congregation is about? Or are they watching hedgehog videos, cooking videos, sketchy things? What are they watching? The companies know because they have the data from their apps, so they're just starting to shift to an interest-based model. Where does that leave your congregation? Well, in this episode, we're talking the shift, what it means for you, 3 communication priorities that have actually very little to do with social media at all. Maybe you'll love that. And how we can take advantage of the algorithms. Welcome to episode 22 of the Peter Bowden Show. I'm here to help you lead and grow a thriving congregation. Now, in this episode, we're talking some social media, digital strategy themes. If you have people in your congregation besides yourself working on communication, social media, engaging with people online, please share this episode with them. All right, let's move on to what is the deal with the change in social media algorithms that's rocking our world, the communication, the attention span or attention focus of humans on planet Earth using their devices. Up until fairly recently, until TikTok started dominating with their vertical video format and their algorithm, the algorithms that were determining what we see on social media was basically taking all the things that we're connected to, the things that we chose, like we specifically said, I want this, I want that in my feed, I want to follow these people, I like that page. The algorithms were taking all that content and figuring out, based on what you're connected to and the people you're connected to in your social network, they're taking all that to figure out, all right, which content are you most engaged with, and then we'll show that to you. And the more engaged you are, the more time you're spending on social media, well, the more of our ads you see, and that's the model. Well, so that's a social graph, they call it, a social graph. The shift now is to an interest graph. TikTok's led the way, and all social media, or many social media sites are following suit. The move to an interest graph is huge. What that means is instead of showing you the content that you have told us by liking, etc., that you want, we're going to show you content that we know you are interested in because you're watching it. So because you are watching videos about hedgehogs, we're going to show you more cute animal videos. If you're watching cooking videos, we're going to show you more cooking videos. If you like that kind of content, well, we're going to show you more of it. It doesn't matter if you previously liked a congregation and you're interested or said you're interested in A, B, or C. We know from what you do on your phone, on our app, that you actually will watch these things, and we're going to show you more of it. It's a huge shift from what we say we want to see to what they know we're looking at and feeding us more and more of it. So like recently, I'm on Twitter at Peter Bowden Live, but on Twitter, all of a sudden, I started getting a couple of animal videos in my, like cute animal videos in my feed. What's this about? Well, I'm following someone who has a huge show about science with the hosts are like this guy and his dogs, all right? So a huge Twitter account I've been following, kind of interacting with them. And so they're like, Twitter's like, oh, you're interested in that? Let's see if you like more animal videos. And guess what? Those little cute hedgehogs, my family loves it. I'll show those videos to my family and we'll watch it. And guess what? All of a sudden there's more cute animal videos in my feed. And it's really adorable. But that's not what I want to see. I'm actually trying to like hide, go away, cute animal videos. But so here's the shift in terms of the impact on your congregation. If people are being shown more and more of the things that capture their attention, the things that they are actually watching, maybe more than your content, all of a sudden that shift to an interest interest-based social media experience where you see more of what you're watching and not the things you've said you care about, that's squeezing congregations out of people's lives. And we have to be really intentional about how do we communicate, connect, and inspire people to lead great lives, to be good people, to participate in congregational life, to do service projects, all these things. How do we do that online in a world where more and more people are just being shown more of the content that captures their attention, holds their attention most, that people they know love watching these things? Well, it's a challenge. So here's some things I think we can do and should do. I'm going to go through these very quickly. First, this is a huge opportunity. You could have a very tiny social media following, say if you go on TikTok, but if you make one great video that really hits a nerve or speaks to some issue that people really care about, you could get hundreds of thousands of views going from like 0 followers on TikTok to that video worked. It's just like other videos people care about. So the social media site is going to push it to everyone. So we have the opportunity to go viral now with content, even if we don't have a huge following, which just means if you've been thinking about using social media, doing more with video, this is a great time to experiment. And previously you really had to be consistent in your social media use to build a following and get to the point where people were engaging with your content and the sites knew that people cared about that. Well, now the interest graph showing people stuff that's like the other things they're interested in and watching enables people to have like periodic content just explode in terms of views. So that's a huge opportunity. So if social media platforms are moving towards more of an interest-based model, showing people more of the content they're actually watching and less about what they've actually chosen, like to like, follow, connect with, what are you to do as a leader, as a congregation? Here's what I think you should prioritize. Number 1, email. You should be making sure that everyone is on your email list who comes into contact with your congregation. Make sure that you are using that email list responsibly. Not just blasting people with long weekly email announcements, but sharing messages, emails from your leaders, say you're a minister, you're a pastor, that are actually inspiring personal messages written as if I'm writing to you, that are engaging people with congregational life. So write email in a way that's personal and relational, and also share links to the information. Which brings me to the next, using your website as a great hub of information. You want to train people to not go looking at social media when they want to know what's happening, but going to your website. So what's happening in my congregation? Well, I'm going to check my email, I'm going to check the website. People should be trained that that's where they go to get that information. So we're not trying to drive people constantly to social media to engage with the congregation, but increasingly it's in the email and on the website. Next, well, what about video? I mean, I'm constantly talking about video. Video is essential. We want to show up as leaders online. We want to be able to connect with newcomers on our websites and email, be able to have video embedded or linked to that helps people get to know our leaders, see, hear messages. Video is really important, I think, just to be leaders and have an impact in our world today. We really need to raise the bar in terms of bringing our energy, our interest, our passion, and leadership online. I teach that through my Video Message Academy training. So if you go to the link in the description, videomessageacademy.com or www.videomessageacademy.com, that goes over how to use video to help build a digital path to membership on your website, what to do with video during the week to engage people in whatever you're exploring in congregational life, and also how to tweak your worship services and just the content you're producing week after week through worship and other programming to make it more social media optimized, really be great for people in their attention spans in the online environment. Now, as someone who's been a congregational consultant and a television producer my entire adult life, I was doing both those separately up until the pandemic, and now I'm putting all of my media expertise into supporting leaders like you. Video is huge, so I just have that bias. I just want you to know that You can do great things with text and photos, different formats based on your what you love to do as a leader, what you're good at. But just know that the internet and social media is really moving towards video because that's what's holding people's attention, and everything's going towards, interest-based content. So no matter what, video needs to be on your radar, and if you need some help, let me know. All right. We just need to start being aware of if we've been using social media platforms as like a primary communication channel, as things move to an interest graph, our members and friends are going to see that content less. So no matter what you do with social media, I think you want to make sure that you're getting your important content on a platform like YouTube that you can embed on your website and link to easily from email. And just, be strategic in how you use social media. Don't be sending everyone off to social media platforms like Facebook as a primary way that you think they're going to get information about your congregation, because I think you're going to see diminishing returns in that area. Last, and perhaps the most important strategy of all, connection, community, relationship. If you are not successfully connecting people to each other, building real community, delivering on friends, like really delivering on connection and community, everything else, communication-wise, it's not going to work. You have to be connecting people, and they need help today. So check out episode 20, The Key to Growing Congregations. I share 3 strategies to help you do that. Not hard, but you have to be intentional. And if you prioritize email as I suggest, check out episode 21, Announcement Makeover.